Alright, so I wanted to talk about the issue of gay marriage since obviously it's in the news right now. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to go with this. I don't have anything planned out, but I'm getting sick and tired of Facebook because if I want to say like a tenth of what I have to say, it takes up like 3 paragraphs and no one wants to read all that shit. But most people will sit here and watch a video of me talking if it's 4 or 5 minutes long. I think anything longer than that, they probably wouldn't. Okay, so I'll get to it. My opinion on the gay issue. I think it's an abnormality in the sense that, like, if somebody was born with 3 legs, you wouldn't consider that normal. You consider it an abnormality. But you wouldn't discriminate against that person, and you wouldn't feel any different about that person because they had absolutely nothing to do with it. That was just, good God, I gotta figure out this camera. That's just the way they were born, and that's how I feel. I feel like gay people were born that way. They don't choose to be gay, they are gay. So the idea of telling someone not to be gay is kind of like telling me not to be attracted to women. It's not going to happen. So I wouldn't even bother trying. And so the idea of not allowing these people to get married is ridiculous in and of itself. There's absolutely no reason why they shouldn't be married if they love each other and they're in a committed relationship. Why can't they be married? But the problem is, once you redefine marriage, then there's no limits. Like this case that this woman came down from Canada. She was married in Canada, so it was legal, and she died, and she left her wife all of her money. But gay marriage isn't recognized in the United States, so she had to pay an exorbitant amount of taxes on that. That's not fair, and that ain't right. So they should be able to get married. It's as simple as that. But like I said, it changes the boundaries. Because what happens if someone from Saudi Arabia, a Muslim, comes to America and he's got 3 wives? That's his religion. He believes in it fully. And that's, how are you going to tell him he can't have 3 wives? Because the argument the liberals use is with gay marriage is 2 consenting adults entering into a relationship that's consensual. So the idea of polygamy is the same exact thing. And as a matter of fact, polygamy has been around since before marriage even existed. Polygamy has been around since the beginning of time. So actually, polygamy is more of the norm than regular single marriage between a man and a woman. So that's the problem that I have. That if you can't define marriage as a union between a man and a woman, so then you just open it up between a marriage between a man and a man, a woman and a woman. It gets out of proportion, and then anybody can do whatever they want. In theory, I don't really see anything wrong with polygamy either. I mean, if you got consenting adults and nobody's being forced to do anything, then why shouldn't they be able to get married? But back to the abnormality thing, gays being an abnormality. It's true. Men aren't supposed to have sex with men. You don't stick your dick in some guy's butthole. And you don't rub 2 vaginas together. That's just not the way things are supposed to be. But for that gay person, that's the way things are. So you don't discriminate against that person or feel any differently about that person, you just accept them for who they are. But I don't go as far as to say that being gay is normal or even right. It's not right by nature, and it's not normal. But I accept gay people because they're gay. It's not a disease. I'm not exactly sure. I just use the word abnormality. I don't know if it's a problem with your chromosomes, your DNA, or too much estrogen, not enough testosterone. I don't know really what causes it, but I definitely know it's not normal. That's not the way things are supposed to be. Men, women, child. Dick, vagina, child. That's how it goes. But I don't know. The other thing that bothers me is if the Supreme Court decides something that rules in favor of a conservative, and the liberals think they have the people on their side, they go absolutely apeshit. But California, which is a bastion of liberalism, they passed Prop 8 not just once, but twice. And that's the will of the people. And these people aren't conservative, these people are liberal. And they passed a law banning gay marriage. and it's now just been overturned by the court. So now the court is overruling the will of the people, but liberals are okay with that. Now all of a sudden it doesn't matter what the people think. But I guess the liberals will use the argument that during slavery there might have been a majority of people that wanted slavery. Sometimes you just have to do the right thing because it's right. So it could be true. I don't know. Gay marriage doesn't bother me. I don't really know why it's even an issue, to tell you the truth. But that's the difference between liberals and libertarians. I said libertarians. That's right. I'm not a Republican. I've said it before. I'm not a conservative. I'm a libertarian. I believe in maximum liberty, maximum freedom, and maximum choice with a limited government. So the government shouldn't even be involved in marriage. That's where the problem begins. Why the hell is the government even involved? They have absolutely nothing to do with marriage. It's a union between two people and their God, or two people in whatever they believe. It doesn't have anything to do with the government. And that's where, like, liberals are okay with the government doing their bidding. But when the government doesn't do their bidding, then all of a sudden it's not okay. But the thing about it is, liberals don't understand. Since the beginning of time, every single large government has oppressed its people. All of them. Every single one. Once the government gets large, it oppresses its people because that's the only way you can control the population. So the larger the government gets, the more oppression there is. And that's just a fact. These liberals think they're going to grow this gigantic government and then they're going to be free. No, you're not, you asshole. Look at New York. You can't have a 16-ounce soda. You can't have salt. You can't have trans fat. You can't carry a gun. You can't have fireworks. They will take away whatever the hell they want because they're the master and you're the slave. And so the more power you give them, the more that they can do to you. So it's got to stop. But I'm at the 7-minute mark, so it's getting too long. I'll call it for right now. As far as gay marriage is concerned, I'm all for it. I don't agree with homosexuality, but I don't discriminate against gay people because it's not their choice. That's how they were born. That's who they are. And that's all I have to say about it. Not really, but I'll stop for now.